Alex Webster. Welcome to the Share Chair.
Here to talk about your art. Oh, there's so many things involved in your art, but I guess we could start with the awards. Or no, let's start with what you do draw. Like, what is your main muse?
Kind of like people. I just think people are like so interesting, and there's a lot of people who have really nice faces, I guess.
What makes a face nice? I feel like maybe I don't belong in this. But what makes a face nice?
I don't know. I guess I just like interesting features. Like, I like drawing Dylan O'Brien because, I don't know, I feel like he kind of has exaggerated features. Like, he has like big eyes and kind of a big nose, and I just like features that are kind of weird. Like Cara Delevingne, she has like really thick eyebrows. And like Tyler Posey, he has an uneven jawline. Like, half of his jawline is like way higher than the other half.
So I'm really being a 39-year-old here. I don't know any of the people you just referenced. Who are those people?
Well, Dylan O'Brien and Tyler Posey, they're both on an MTV show, Teen Wolf. And Cara Delevingne is like an actress now, I guess.
Yeah,
I don't know what to
model,
call her anymore.
Actress. Yeah. The Teen Wolf people, do you like really like that show, or do you just like the features, like you said?
I do really like the show, and I'm drawing like, I think like 40 characters from the show. So it's just kind of like a little project that I'm doing. And I just really like the show.
Yeah.
Where are those, like, are you doing that for a project for you, or are you doing that for a project for something else?
I don't know. I guess it's kind of just for me, but also a lot of my followers are like people who like Teen Wolf, because one of my drawings about Teen Wolf got shared on the Teen Wolf Instagram. So like the majority of my followers are people who really like Teen Wolf. So I kind of feel like I should draw more Teen Wolf, I guess. But other than that, it's probably just for me.
You're satisfied to both do that for you and for other people. Like you're not just doing it for other people, it's satisfying your own artistic need too.
Yeah.
Can you tell us that story of how a piece got shared to Instagram page of Teen Wolf?
The drawing, it was like a collage of drawings that I made of characters that kind of just happened to be on the show that I had drawn. And I just kind of put it into one like picture of all of them. And I like tagged Teen Wolf in it, just not really thinking anything of it. And because I was in Chicago at the time helping my sister move into her apartment. And I kind of just like checked my Instagram, and I realized I had like 3,000 more followers than I had like 2 hours ago.
Wow.
And then I saw that like the page, because it has like 1.2 million followers, had shared my drawing on it. So
was that the first drawing that you did of Teen Wolf?
Kind of, yeah.
What about that picture do you think resonated with whoever's running Instagram for Teen Wolf? Like, what do you think resonated with that picture?
I don't know. Because it was a collage of like a bunch of characters that are on the show. So I don't know, I just thought.
It's like a good summary of kind of all the characters that are in the show, really. Yeah.
And then how many Instagram followers do you have currently?
I think it's over 5,000.
Yeah,
just over
5,324.
Yeah.
Oh, that's crazy. And and at least 3,000 of those were within a 2-hour time of So that's wow, social media, amazing, right? Connecting this young woman from Spring Lake to people who knows where. I mean, do you know where?
A lot of people are from like America and like Canada or like the UK, and I have a lot of Australian followers. And then a lot of people who just comment on my page in another language that I don't understand.
Do these people, do you feel like they're expecting more art daily, or how often do they expect you or want you to post?
I feel like they want me to post really often, because when I don't post for like a couple days, like 20 people will unfollow me.
Yes.
So I have to like stay like super active, which is really hard with like school, and because like I'm in like band and dance too. So like I really have to set aside like a bunch of time, or like draw a bunch of drawings and kind of like set them aside, then post them later when I don't have anything to post.
What is the balance between like doing the art or creating art for yourself, and then after this happened, like having followers to sort of please per se, like do you still make art that's not for them and that you don't post, or how do you balance that?
I post pretty much everything I draw, but I've kind of noticed that I've been drawing more people from like pop culture now instead of just kind of obscure people that only I like.
Yeah.
So I definitely think I've kind of changed who and what I draw for my followers, but I'm not necessarily like upset about it. Well, I entered it in 2014 because my grandpa kind of made me, and I just kind of entered. I entered a piece of Dylan O'Brien, and I won People's Choice for that, but I didn't win Judge's Choice. And then this year I entered another one with Dylan O'Brien in it, but it was like the 6 profiles of like the main characters from Teen Wolf this season.
And what was the result?
I got the People's Choice Award and the Judge's Choice Award, so I got every award possible for my category. It's determined by age and like what kind of like medium you use, and I just did drawing, so I was just in that category. So there's like 5 or so categories.
Okay, and yours is graphite. Is that all you ever do?
It's like graphite, and I use like kind of like some pens for the darker parts of it, because it's really hard to get graphite to be like just black. It'll just look like a really dark gray.
I'm kind of curious about when you receive that award that you're one of the best young artists in our community. How's that feel?
I don't know. I just kind of went up there, got my award, shook some hands, and then sat back down. I mean, it felt good, but I don't know if I felt like any like better or different, really. I just don't really place a lot of like value on like awards or like praise. Like I don't know why I don't, but I just don't see why something that someone else says should make me value myself like any more or less than I already do.
What does art do for you? How is it an expression of yourself?
I don't know. I guess it's kind of just a way for me to express like what I'm feeling. Like I was kind of mad when I drew the Teen Wolf one, so it was like a kind of a line of like really emotional faces. Some were like angry, some were sad, some were just kind of like passive. So I guess like every drawing I do, it kind of like reflects how I feel at the time that I draw it.
So another one of your drawings that I really liked is the Jennifer Lawrence one. So who's like some of your female role models?
I definitely like Holland Roden, who's on Teen Wolf. Surprise, surprise. But I just like, cause she's really involved in like charities and stuff, and I just think she's an all-around great person. So I kind of like look up to her, I guess. And like Jennifer Lawrence, obviously, and just like really powerful people, not like dictators, but just kind of people who are like, who like use their power for good, I guess. Powerful women are kind of like the people that I look up to, like Jennifer Lawrence, Amy Schumer especially, and like Holland Roden, just like, I don't know, just people who like recognize that there's something wrong and like try to like help and change it. Like those are the people that I like really like and look up to, because they're the kind of people that I want to be eventually.
How do you think you could use your art, or not your art? I mean, if there's any other aspect that you think you could use to your advantage to do that, to become that person?
Well, I think with art, it's pretty, like you can get across like social change in like a piece of art, because there's so many drawings that I've seen that kind of show like controversial topics and kind of make it like really clear, instead of, because a lot of people when they talk, it's kind of like fuzzy when they're trying to say like the right and wrong between something. But if you can like put it on this piece of paper, it kind of just like becomes so clear when it's like a drawing showing like what it is, or at least it does to me.
No, totally. I totally get that. Like because when you're talking, you have to think of so many things, not offending people, but also like getting your point across. And then art's totally just clear right on the page. How do you feel about feminism, or what is your overall opinion on it?
I think feminism is great, and I think everybody should be a feminist, because I've had a lot of people tell me that feminism is just like like women saying they should be better than men, but I don't think it is. I think it's because you can't call something like equality, like you can't say like, I think it's egalitarianism. Like that's a name that other people like wish would be more popular than feminism, but I think feminism is a better term because you can't, like you have to focus on the thing that's at the bottom before you can focus on making both things like better.
Focus on the root of the problem instead of just like trying to appease people and things that's happening in today.
Kind of gets across a message that everyone can see.
What is it about art, all art, that is meaningful to you?
I don't know. I feel like art is just kind of this universal language, because like you don't need to know like English to look at a painting. You don't need to know English to watch someone dance. You don't need to know English to like listen to like someone play music. It's just kind of this like universal thing that kind of ties everyone together, like, and everyone kind of has the same advantage in art.
Thank you for being on the show, Chair.
Yeah,
Alex.
no problem.
Thanks, Alex.
Thank you for listening to this episode of The Share Chair. Stay tuned next week for a new episode.